What's up, guys? This is the Gospel According to Mark with a C. He is I, and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you exactly what's on my mind. Thank you for joining me once again, my friends. I surely appreciate it. You know something, guys? As far as I'm concerned, right? Star Wars, the High Republic, only exists for one reason, and that's for the Lucasfilm Story Group or whoever's behind this to try to claim Star Wars for their own, to try to outshine, if you will, the George Lucas era, the only era of Star Wars that matters, right? So it seems that in their increasing frustration, they want to dedicate all of their very, very limited creative juices to trying to make their own way, but at the same time still ripping off what the creator actually came up with, what the maker actually came up with, right? Without understanding any of his inspirations or, mythology or methodology. All right. So that's what they're trying to do, right? They don't understand his philosophy, his views on life or anything, what helped to create the Star Wars phenomenon as we know it. But they want to continue to do this, right? So that's to me what the High Republic is all about. And things like this kind of reinforce my view on this, all right? Because we have here an article on CBR.com. And take this, for example. It says Star Wars, the High Republic makes one Jedi as impressive as Yoda. Now, why is that even necessary? You know what I'm saying? Why not just have a Jedi who's impressive? I know when my philosophy, my approach to making videos, I don't look at what everybody else is doing, and say, I'm going to top that person. I'd say to myself, I'm going to try to do the most entertaining, informative, expression of myself that I can, regarding a certain topic. That way I ensure that it's pretty much unique because I'm not trying to, take anybody else's approach on anything or whatever. You're just going to get my take on it, right? So I would assume that these people who are getting paid big fucking money to come up with these things, they would have a similar approach. Look, George Lucas did what he did, and that's great. You know what I'm saying? And if you can tap into the inspiration of what he created, since you're going to pick up his property, that's different. If you're going to pick up his property, and you're going to run your story under the Star Wars title, then you want to try to be as, I don't know, as true to his creation as possible and add to it. You know what I mean? That's basically what I'm talking about. But no, I think they tried to belittle what George Lucas did. So you have this thing here. The High Republic makes one Jedi as impressive as Yoda. Now you gotta wonder, is this a man or do you think a woman Jedi? Based on all the things we know, right? Okay. Star Wars The High Republic #3 proves that there's another Jedi Master who might even be a cut above the revered Master Yoda. You see what I'm saying? Like this is an aim of theirs. You want to top a character that George Lucas came up with. Why? Why not just have your own character be powerful? And I think what even be more interesting or more effective is the reader would say, "Wow, they might even be more powerful than Yoda." Have the reader say that, because the fans, we've always had these types of arguments. Who could beat who in a battle, the Hulk or Superman? Nobody actually put that in writing, but the fun of it is that the fans get to speculate. Okay. Warning, it contains spoilers. I don't think anyone cares. All right. In the Star Wars universe, it's hard to deny that Yoda is the gold standard when it comes to the Jedi Order. Apart from being kind, compassionate, and funny, he's always tried to serve the galaxy as best he can. Considering his victories in battle and overall power levels, it's not hard to call him the best Jedi ever. Yeah, I mean, you could, but, like I said, no one's really put that in stone. But as Star Wars, The High Republic #3 shows, another Jedi Yoda worked with in the High Republic era might have an equally valid claim on that distinction. Avar Chris. Surprise, surprise, surprise. It is a woman. All right, Avar Chris, the bestest Avar. Like I said, they must have been listening to Lord Doomcock when they came up with that name, Avar. She's the bestest Avar. All right, so she's Marshal of the Starlight Beacon space vessel. When Yoda appeared early on in this series, younger and more assertive, he was certainly an intimidating figure. But he pales in comparison to what we've seen with Avar. She's not just a leader barking orders, and sitting in a Jedi Council chair. Wow. So that's what Yoda is, a leader barking orders and sitting in a Jedi Council chair. She gets things done on the ground. It's why she's left the flagship and is visiting Cedri Minor to investigate the foreign planet's grain that the Nihil might be using. Excuse me, guys, it's allergy season. She's a fierce commander who ensures that there's order under her watch. She's on the comms, garnering updates on a Hut autopsy. She needs to get to the bottom of the attack. And the way she interrogates Skier shows that she's not biased to anyone. She senses the dark side in him, and this alone outclasses Yoda, who couldn't do so for Dooku or Anakin. Wow. So she knows everything. She knows how to see the dark side in people when Yoda could not. Okay, well, you could say that, okay? It makes for an interesting, all-powerful character, but it makes for a very boring fucking story. Somebody who knows everything. They know the intention and the nature of everybody around them. You will never get the drop on this hoe. Not only that, she can sense the darkness light years away, feeling out planets, communicating with them, almost treating all sentient beings as a kind of network. She feels planets. She communicates with planets. Okay, no wonder this is the groundbreaking series, literally, that brought you a breakout character such as a rock. Okay, because you have a character like this, an all-powerful Jedi who can communicate with planets. Wow. Okay, so Lord Callis, once again, I gotta shout Lord Callis out. I need some clarity on this. This is interesting. That's how she knew to come to the planet when something was wrong, and how she caught wind of Skier's issues. Okay, so it's a pretty powerful display. She uses these skills like a detective on the case. It's why her peers admire and fear her. She knows how to use the Force to get results that her lightsaber can't produce. All right, whatever. Okay, so this is what we're talking about. We have a character here who is more effective than Yoda because she can feel the dark side in other people. She can communicate with planets. And all I can say is oh, why is no one talking about her in the first 6 films, in George Lucas's films? You know what I mean? She's just so powerful. She is everything, and everything is her. Well, why does nobody know her? Why does nobody even mention her? Because she doesn't exist. That's why. And that's the problem with going back. But the only reason why they go back is because they want to try to outdo what George Lucas did, and they don't have the imagination or the brain power to do anything in the future, as was proven by the so-called sequel trilogy, what I call the Nyquil trilogy. So, since all you can come up with is a big steaming pile of shit, you go back and try to say, well, this person was actually better than Yoda because Yoda made these mistakes. But you can't write a story going forward because you won't be able to do that as effectively. All right, and therein lies the problem. That is the reason why I have a hard time respecting the High Republic, because it blatantly only exists to try to outshine what George Lucas did without having any of his philosophy or any of his creativity. All right, that's all they care about. Sexual orientations, race. They don't care about space and the science of it all. You know, the incredible possibilities that are out there. That maybe something goes beyond gender and beyond sexuality and race and all of that stuff. Dare you imagine that type of reality? They're not capable of doing it. All they're capable of doing is trying to outdo George Lucas on the most superficial, basic, shallow level. All right, guys. So there it is. Once again, another attempt to belittle Yoda in order to puff up one of their new characters. That's how I see it. How do you see it? You can get in the comment section and let me know. And you can like, you can share, you can subscribe, and you can find a link to my Twitter in the description as well as a Cash App. Thank you very much. All right, guys, that's it. Thank you for listening to my nonsense, and I'll catch you on the next one. This is the Gospel According to Mark with a C. Rock on.